What if a tactical RPG also let you become a commander, build meaningful relationships with beautiful high-quality 3D dolls, and experience their personal stories beyond the battlefield? That is one of the most interesting parts of Girls Frontline 2, Exilium. You are not simply collecting characters and commanding them in combat. You can also spend time with them in the dormitory and refitting room, interact with them, learn more about their personalities, and experience a rich storyline that brings you closer to each doll. And now, Girls Frontline 2 is receiving a major version update. Chiral Redundancy Part 1 launches on the 27th of August, introducing a brand new doll, a new upgrade system, new outfits, new combat content, and most importantly, a ton of free rewards including up to 85 free pulls, plus an additional 80 pulls through Reunion Oath. Returning commanders will also receive a special letter from a doll after activating the return event, along with access to exclusive login rewards and return missions. During the event, selected development resources will offer double drops for a limited number of attempts, helping returning players strengthen their dolls and catch up with the latest content more quickly. So, let's jump in and take a closer look at what the Chiral Redundancy Part 1 update has to offer. Anyone familiar with the Girls Frontline universe may recognize the name OT's 14 Groza, but in Girls Frontline 2, we get to see a very different side of her. OT's 14 retains all of her memories from her time at Griffin, making her personality much closer to the original Groza from Girls Frontline. She is calm, serious, confident, and proud. But there is also a more vulnerable side beneath that confidence. She sees herself as a monster, and worries that the commander may reject her because another Groza already exists aboard the Elmo. Even after reconciling with the current Groza, OT's 14 still shows a little jealousy toward her. The two naturally become rivals whenever they are together. So yes, we now have two Grozas competing for the commander's attention. This is also a good example of what makes Girls Frontline 2 engaging beyond its combat. The dolls are not simply units with different abilities. They have their own memories, emotions, relationships, and personal connections with the commander. OT's 14 is also the first resonance attribute doll in the game. Her resonance attribute allows her to adapt based on the attributes of the other dolls in the squad. Depending on the team composition, she can adjust her own bonuses and provide different benefits to her allies. This gives her a great deal of flexibility. Instead of being restricted to one specific team, she can work with squads of different attributes and adapt to different enemy weaknesses. She combines strong personal damage with team support, making her particularly useful in content that requires different mechanics and attributes.
So to test even better, I think it's probably best to test against boss, and against, right? You can use Groza Alter if you lacking sub DPS for corrosion. Then the main DPS here will be Klukai right here, the number ones, the main DPS, and then this Groza Alter will be as a sub DPS. Again, the versatility of her does not mean she's actually gonna be the main DPS for every attribute, but rather she's the sub DPS. Let's say if there's a hole that you need to patch, then Groza Alter or OTS 14 is the patch to that hole. So there you have it, right? So by doing this, and she also apply toxic mist on the tile, meaning that the enemy will have vulnerable to corrosion as well. So your team, or your corrosion team, can deal even more damage to that enemy that has vulnerable to corrosions, which is quite insane. Yeah, it's quite insane as a sub DPS, And she gonna kills all the enemy there. Yep, that's how it. Oh, also, did I just see A whole bakery there?
Another major addition is Nemesis Gnosis, who introduces the game's first mod system. Through the Gnostic Insight event, standard dolls can be upgraded into elite dolls, unlocking new combat potential. Most importantly, Nemesis Gnosis can be obtained and developed for free through the event. By completing the event missions, players can collect the required upgrade materials and develop her all the way to segment 6 without needing to pull for her. She also has 2 different combat forms that can be switched depending on the situation, giving players more flexibility when building their teams. So, even if you are not planning to pull for OTS 14, Nemesis Gnosis is still an important free character worth developing. If this looks fun and you want to try the game, you can download it using my tracking link in the description or the pinned comment. New players can take advantage of the rewards available during the update, while returning commanders can activate the return event to receive a special letter from a doll, exclusive login rewards, return missions, and limited double drop opportunities for development resources. These benefits should make it much easier to strengthen your dolls and catch up with the latest version content. Of course, OTS 14 is also receiving a brand new outfit called Destined Love. The outfit is a nostalgic reference to Girls Frontline, taking inspiration from OTS 14's iconic original costume and redesigning it for Girls Frontline 2. Compared with her default appearance, it gives her a completely different visual style. The dress silhouette, materials, animations, facial expressions, and other details are all worth showcasing. She also receives exclusive crew deck furniture where she performs violin pieces for the commander. So, after accompanying you on the battlefield, OTS 14 can apparently become your personal violinist too. Next is Klukai's immaculate service outfit. This maid-themed outfit was created after Klukai won first place in the first season of Glittering Star Wish, and it gives her a completely different appearance. It includes multiple interchangeable parts, such as different tops and bottoms, stocking styles, a maid half skirt, and a semi-transparent lace skirt. There is also a special coffee drinking animation in the dormitory. Because players can freely control her, they can also walk around the crew deck while she is wearing the outfit. So, if you are a Klukai fan, this outfit is definitely worth checking out. Finally, Qiuhua is also receiving a new outfit. It features a red bunny girl design with Eastern-inspired details, including Chinese knots. The reflective red material and her special cooking animation are the main details worth highlighting. So, that was the new content coming to Girls Frontline to Exilium with the Chiral Redundancy Part 1 update. I'm not a professional Girls Frontline 2 player, but from a new player review perspective, there is a lot here to enjoy. The game combines tactical combat with high quality 3D dolls, rich character stories, detailed animations, and immersive interactions that allow you to build closer relationships with the characters as their commander. The new update also introduces OTS 14, the first resonance attribute doll, the free elite doll Nemesis Gnosis, a new mod system, new outfits, additional combat content, and many new character interactions. And before we finish, let's go over the event rewards one more time. Players can receive up to 85 pulls, an additional 80 pulls through Reunion Oath, more than 9,400 collapse pieces, a free elite doll, Nemesis Gnosis, a free interactive story featuring Nemesis Gnosis, free crew deck furniture from the event. Returning commanders can also unlock a special letter from a doll, exclusive login rewards, return missions, and limited double drops for development resources, making it easier to catch up with the current version. If you want to try Girls Frontline to Exilium, or return for the Chiral Redundancy Part 1 update, make sure to use my tracking link in the description or the pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.